Good morning, card community. It's RJ, and it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. Hooray! Loud cheers, applause, mass hysteria, zombie apocalypse, all that fun stuff. So, last week we had 3 great trivia questions and 3 great prizes to give away today. We'll have 3 great more trivia questions and prizes next week, so tune in for that. But let's get to it. And we'll start with Monday. Monday, the prize was this awesome turkey red insert card, rookie card of Yordan Alvarez, star, one of the stars of the Astros romp down the World Series this past season. And the question I thought was it's a very simple question, certainly to look up, was name for me the 2 years in which there wasn't a World Series in the modern era. Now that is since 1900. So since 1900, there have been 2 times when there was no World Series. Name the 2 years. Now, everybody knows pretty well, if you've been watching baseball for any length of time, that 1994 was the first one due to the strike. Baseball players went on strike in August of that year. Might have been, I think it was about August. They knew that it was coming up to World Series time, and they wanted to put pressure on Major League Baseball, but the 2 sides were at such odds. Major League Baseball ownership just said, the heck with it, we're done, we'll see you next year. So everybody knows 1994 pretty much, but the other one, 1904. Now, why? A little history lesson for you. The American League formed in 1901. The National League had been around since its inception in 1871. Then it's called the National Association, rebranded in 1876 as the National League, and it's been in existence since then. The American League formed in 1901 as a rival league. And for the first 3 years, first 2 years, 01 and 02, the 2 leagues just kind of ignored each other. Finally, the American League couldn't be ignored anymore, and they decided to have a postseason series. And the Boston Pilgrims, Boston Red Sox, if you will, played the Pittsburgh Pirates that first year. So the next year, the 2 teams that finished first were the Philadelphia Athletics and the New York Giants. Actually, I think the Red Sox might have repeated in the American League. It doesn't matter. The New York Giants were the victors in the National League. Now, manager, part owner of the Giants was John McGraw. John McGraw hated Ban Johnson of the American League. Now, why? Interesting thing about John McGraw, this is his managerial statistics. John McGraw played in Baltimore. And at the end of his playing careers, he was the National League manager for the Baltimore Orioles when they were still in the National League. When the American League came into being in 1901, John McGraw was given the managerial job in for the Boston team. As the Baltimore Orioles were actually the team in Baltimore in 1901. It was an American League team. 1902, they were there again. But the team was doing poorly, so the American League ownership relocated the team to St. Louis, and they became the St. Louis Browns. Or I might be getting that wrong. And the New York team, the Baltimore Orioles, might have been the one that went to New York to become the Highlanders. I think that's true. So the Baltimore Orioles went to New York and became the Highlanders, later the Yankees, believe it or not. Well, John McGraw had a fallout with the president of the league, Ban Johnson, and those 2 never got along ever after that. Having no job, he immediately was hired by the New York Giants to manage their team in 1902. And so you could see that he had a burr under his saddle for the American League in general. He hated the American Leaguers. He hated Van Johnson, who was the president of the league. So when it came time in 1904, they had the World Series in 1903. It didn't involve him, but in 1904, he still looked at that league as an outlaw league and an inferior league, not qualified to play him, so he refused to play them. So there simply was no World Series in 1904 because John McGraw, having been an ex-American League manager and hating the ownership group of the league in general, decided to refuse to play them. And there was no World Series in 1904. The next year, McGraw finished first again in his league. Connie Mack of the Athletics finished first over there, and he liked Connie Mack at least, so he agreed to have a World Series, and there's been one ever since, so to speak. So a little history lesson for you. Hope you didn't mind me taking that length of time to talk about that. But let's get to the trivia question. The individuals up on the screen right here were kind enough to submit a guess for me, and your names were on the list to win this Yordan Alvarez card. So let's spin. Let's get to it. Again, for my channel, what we do, we shuffle once, and you have to hit 3 times because there's not a lot of names, and I like to draw out the suspense a little bit. So we'll spin, and good luck to everybody as we see who gets that great Yordan Alvarez card. Goody G gets one, so there you go. So a little bit about interesting things this week. I was actually, last week, I think I had mentioned, I put up a card on eBay for sale. I actually hit a really awesome card in Box Archives. I got a Wander Franco orange parallel rookie card out of 15. It was 14 out of 15. Goody G's already got 2 hits. You believe that? Anyway, it was 14 out of 15, and it was orange parallel, and I sold that on the Bay. I got like 100, and I think the final hammer price was about $181. I ended up pocketing about 170 something, so I'm very happy with that card, and that inspired me to put a couple other awesome cards, and 2 of them sold. So let's see, the 2 that sold. Let me show you some of the cards I put up on the Bay real quick. That's one of the ways I stay active. I think we all do that. You sell the good ones so you can buy packs to get more good ones, right? Isn't that the way we do it? You sell the good ones so you can buy more boxes to get more good ones and perpetuate the cycle. Oh, Goody G, that's your 3rd, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Well, good for Goody G, right? Goody G got 3 hits. Goody, you will be getting the Yordan Alvarez, sir. I hope you're more of an Astros fan than a Phillies fan. Congrats on that, sir. Moving on to Wednesday's question. Wednesday, the prize is this awesome Fleer Game Time parallel. It says the next game, Seattle Mariners next game. I guess that might be like next star, because this is an early Ichiro card. This is from 2001, so it's one of his earliest cards. It's actually serial numbered 1917 out of 2000. Nice Fleer Game Time Ichiro. And that is the prize. And given that it was a nice, cool Japanese star legend, I said, okay, World Series trivia. Who was the first Japanese-born player to earn a World Series ring? A lot of different questions on that one. A lot of different ones. And most of you got it. The correct answer is Hideki Irabu. This is his 1999, or it says 1999? Yeah, 1999 Topps Finest, the gold refractor card, serial numbered out of 100, Hideki Irabu. And he won a World Series pitching with the Yankees in 1998. 1998, Hideki Irabu, the first Japanese-born player to earn a World Series ring. All right? That was the answer to that question. These are the individuals who threw out a guess Goody, you are no longer eligible. You can only win once on my contest per week. All right. So again, we will shuffle once and spin. And again, you must hit 3 times in order to secure a victory. So good luck to everybody on this one. So I was saying I did get a number of cards, and I was going to try and sell them up on the bay. First off, I'll show you a couple of the ones that didn't hit. Kind of surprised me, actually, that some of these didn't sell. Got a Kyle Tucker Blue Wave, or whatever it's called. This is numbered out of 50. No bids on that one, believe it or not. Guess Kyle Tucker, even though he had a couple great home runs against my Phillies in that one game, he did not sell. Another one is the Alex Bregman silver card. This is actually called the Silver Parallel. I think it's, what is it numbered out of? It's numbered out of 99 up there, you can see. It's called the Silver Parallel. That did not sell. I don't know if I'm going to list these again or just use them as giveaways or something. One that did sell, I got a Shohei Ohtani Rainbow Foil out of 99, sold for like $3.50. I can't say I was hoping for more because, you know, rainbow foils are cards numbered over 2,000, up to 200. You know, they're not that extremely rare, but but the one that I did expect to get a couple bucks out of is this one. Jeremy Pena Red out of 75. That one right there, Jeremy Pena, if you remember, was the World Series MVP, had a stellar World Series for the team, obviously. And that one, this great Pena out of rookie card, serial numbered out of 75. I took home, well, I shouldn't say I took home. I know the final hammer price is, final hammer price was about 81 bucks. I was expecting $50 for it because, again, a serial numbered card, unless it's like really low, like 25 or less, you usually can get them for like $20 or so. And since he was such a hot rookie, I thought it would go for a little bit more. But I can honestly say I wasn't expecting Jeremy Michaels. Did Jeremy Michaels hit 3 times and I didn't even notice it? I'm looking up the count right now, and boom, he's got 3 hits. I didn't even see that. Jeremy Michaels. All right, I was paying attention, but I just didn't notice that. So Jeremy Michaels, that's why the tally's up there. Jeremy Michaels did hit 3 times, so he gets the Ichiro card. Congrats to Jeremy. All right, moving on. Friday. I'll get back to the story in a second. Friday, awesome prize, I think. This is the Topps Archives 1953 reprint of Mickey Mantle. I'm going to look that up. I'm dying to remember. I think it was, oh gosh, I want to say it was from 1991, but, you know, 1953 reprint of Topps Archives. It's just driving me crazy. It was 1991. There it was. Okay. So, this, I believe, like I said before, I think this is the first time Topps used the words Topps Topps Archives as a qualifier for one of their products. And it was for the 1953 reprint set that they issued in 1991. Still a very valuable set. It's going to cost you a couple $100 to get a full set. And usually the mantle, you know, if I find it loose, goes for like somewhere between $5 and $10, depending on who's selling it. This was a little off center, but it's still a nice card. So that was the prize, and a very, very simple question on that one. How many career home runs did Mantle hit in the World Series? And the answer was, of course, 18. And you know, pretty much everybody got that. It's easy to look up. Most people actually knew it. So yeah, let me get rid of some of the extraneous names on this one. Some people didn't enter a guess on this one. And Goody G did not enter a guess, so he's out. But also Jeremy Michaels, you just won, so you're out. I have to apologize for Friday, because Friday, I didn't drop the video on Friday. I did actually, but for whatever reason, I accidentally hit the word private as opposed to public for the posting. And the whole day, I was busy at work, so it didn't even occur to me that nobody was emailing me a guess. Usually there's people throwing out guesses like, 5-10 minutes after I post, I'm getting guesses. And this time I didn't get any guesses. And I'm sitting down there getting ready for bed, and I'm looking, why didn't anybody respond to my question today? And I looked, and sure enough, I had accidentally hit private instead of public, so I hit public. And then, I got a few less guesses than normal. So those people who did enter a guess on Friday / Sunday or Saturday are up on the board now. So I apologize for that. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Shuffle once, spin. Good luck to everybody on this one as well. Yeah, so it's Jeremy Pena had a great season, great World Series. So congrats to that. I'm happy to get that card sold. So those two cards, they definitely paid for one of the boxes of hobby I got. I got 2 boxes of Topps Archives hobby. Definitely paid for one of them. I can't say that the combined paid for both, but then again, I'm not looking to get reimbursed for all of them. I bought the boxes to put a set together, which I'm working on. I didn't get the full set. I got I got partial set, and I'm working on trades to get the rest. I'm doing pretty good. Topps Gallery as well. I bought 2 hobby boxes of that, and I'm working on trades to get the rest there. That was the extent of my gallery eBay, or I should say Archives eBay experience this past week. So it was quite a lot of fun. It's always good when you can show the wife that, look, it's not a stupid hobby. I can actually earn money doing this once in a while. Of course, the way to earn real money is to, go into it full time and know what the heck you're doing and whatnot. But, oh well. I was able to keep, I was looking through my archives cards, and I did have an extra Pena rookie on its own, so I'll hold on to that. I was looking, I think Pena didn't make it into the base of Topps this year, and he is actually, if I remember correctly, he's an update. He's probably the hot rookie in update right now, Jeremy Pena, given everything that's happened to him. So I haven't gotten any update this year. I don't know that I will. I know update's the product to have, because that's where the best rookie cards go. Trout and any number of rookies were always in the update set more than anything. I want to shout out this guy right here, the Card Closet. It was a new entrance into my contest this week, so I like to shout out newbies. Thank you for throwing in an entrance, Card Closet. I believe he actually threw in a video response for my 300 subscriber contest as well. So I want to say congrats to Card Closet for joining our trivia fund. Thanks a lot. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a hobby this year. I just spent too much money on cards. And update is not the one I concentrate on. I might get the full set later on after the hysteria has died down. A lot of times I'll go back and I'll buy online like a complete set. Oh, Card Closet, that's your third. Well, there you go. First fresh out of the door, newbie gets the hit. So Card Closet, since you are a new individual, I know I do not have your mailing info. Once you see this video, and I can respond to your email, so I'll shout out you. You got to give me your mailing info so I can get this card out to you, all right? So there you have it, everybody. 3 great prizes, 3 great entrants, 3 great members of our card community. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Really appreciate you taking time to participate. That means a lot to me, that you're willing to watch my channel once in a while. I very much appreciate that. I hope you all had fun there. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. And don't forget to come back later this afternoon for the 300 subscriber VR reveal, all right? Appreciate all you guys do. Hope to see you again soon. That's all I got for today. Take care.